What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You can hear the Mustang in the background warming up on that ever so good smelling E90 Ignite Red. Look at that. That car looks good. So I've got another tune from Lund that just came in. I just flashed the car this morning with it, and so we changed. Let me jump in the car real quick. Sorry, you guys probably couldn't hear me, but he did take out the torque restriction in the tune. The car, every time it would shift, it would drop timing by like 10 to 15 degrees. And usually what that does is it saves the clutches in the transmission. Well, I told him that this car is going to mostly be a track car, so he decided that he would take that out because the car will run a lot better and it'll shift a lot smoother and quicker without those torque restrictions in there. But if you do take them out, you run the risk of the transmission going out sooner than it was already going to. But him and I kind of had the conversation that these 10R80s don't really last that long above 750 wheel horsepower. Now, trust me, there's plenty of people out there running it 800, 900, 1,000 wheel horsepower, but you got to remember, it's not like they're beating on them every day and just beating the crap out of them and running them at the track all the time. They're either only getting on it at the track or they're only doing a few pulls here and there. Like, you never know the true story. Plus, there's going to be some freak transmissions that just last longer than others. I mean, it's just like the Hellcats. I saw people blow up transmissions at like 750, 800 horsepower, and then I saw people making 1,200 horsepower never having a problem. So it's just one of those things. He's got to cover his end, and he said above 750 he likes to put clutches in these cars. So the clutches are actually pretty inexpensive considering, you know, what it usually costs to build a transmission. So I've already got a quote on building this 10R80. I don't know, I hope I don't have to do it anytime soon, but that's kind of the risk you run when you're making this much power on a stock motor car. And so we just gotta be mindful of that. So if it goes out, it goes out. That's just part of it. And I'm just praying it doesn't go out anytime soon, because that is an expensive thing that I can't really afford right now. So we are gonna go make some pulls. We are gonna turn up the boost a little bit today, not by a lot, just a couple pounds. And we're gonna try out the tune with the torque removed. I'm kind of nervous. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous. Holy shit, I am shaking right now. I put the GoPro on the front because I thought that'd be a cool view for you guys. Oh my God, my heart is racing. I'm gonna try and go back around and see if you guys can see what happened, but I guess this is new asphalt and it's very slippery. The car is not even it's not hitting the boost that I turned the controller up to, so I need to mess with it a little bit, but it was hitting a little over 10 pounds. Holy shit. I let off and the car went completely sideways. You might be able to see in the GoPro because it'll see the direction change, but the back end kicked one way. I let off and it kicked the complete other way. The nose dove because I tapped the brakes to kind of give it a little bit of dive. Holy shit. I've never been that scared in my life before. I did that one time in my Hellcat. Oh my God. This car is insane. I need better tires. I mean, It's on ET Street SS's right now. We only hit like 10.5, 10.8 pounds. We're not even on the boost that I was trying to achieve. Oh shit, this car, I wish I had a GoPro on the back. Honestly, I don't though, because I literally thought I was gonna crash. Let's see if we can go over and see any marks or anything. Holy shit. It would be better if I was on like some concrete. I just came over here because I've been on this spot before, and it's not a bad logging spot because it's kind of away from the cops. I already saw a cop on the highway, so I decided to get off the highway. But I wouldn't have wanted to do that on the highway anyways. That was literally fucking scary. Oh my gosh. So the camera might not be very stable right now. I am still shaking. Holy shit. So I was trying to do a 4th gear pull because 4th is usually what holds. Let's see. Get over here. So I hit it. Let's see. Oh, there it is right there. So see, it was smoking the tires right here. And then look at this. Holy shit. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. Look at this. It just smoked the tires. It dove one way, look at this. Dove this way, came back, and dove that way. Holy shit. That was freaking scary. That wasn't even on the boost I was trying to hit. That was just a little over 10 pounds. And the thing is, I'm trying to watch the boost gauge, at the same time watch the freaking road. That was scary. You see, this is why I text Joseph when something happens. Like, he was laughing, but then he's like, okay, like, let's be smart about it. What do we need to do? Like, he's like, take out tire pressure, which I need to do. These tires are pretty aired up. I need to probably use a different road. I thought this road would be okay for 4th gear, but I guess not. He's like, lower the tire pressure and try a 5th gear pull on a better road. So he kind of brought me down to reality because that scared the shit out of me for a second. All right, so we're back at the house. That was definitely my fault. I guess I forgot what I need to do when I have a little bit of horsepower. I guess I didn't think the car would hit that hard because yesterday I could just get into boost and it would feel squirrely. I was kind of explaining to a couple of my friends, like, it would feel squirrely, but I could control it. Today, I could definitely not control it. I was A, on fresh asphalt, which is never a good idea, and B, the tires were actually at 40 PSI. These are ET Street SS's, so I put them down to like 22, 23 hot, and then when they're cold, they'll probably be around like 20 to 21 PSI, which is pretty decent for ET Street SS's. I could probably go a little bit lower, but on these, without a bead lock, and it's just a Street SS tire, you don't want to go too crazy low on these. On an ET Street R, you could definitely go a little bit lower. But I just aired the tires down. I'm going to let the car cool off a little bit, and then we're going to see if we can find a better road to make a hit on and maybe do like a 5th gear pull, because we got to get the boost controller turned up so that we can finish the tuning on the boost that I want to be on when I'm at the track or racing people. So this is the problem with street tuning. It is not safe. I will say that first and foremost. It is definitely not safe, and this is why you should always be on a dyno. But I live in Mexico, so I can do stuff like this. We'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, so being the good friend that I am, while my Mustang cools off, I'm gonna actually go get some E85 for Branson's Mustang. I got my little E85 tester tube thing. It's in there, I just need to pull it out. But Branson, if you don't know, he just got an LPF twin turbo 2018 Mustang auto 10-speed. Pretty similar to my car, but he has twin turbos, and it's an LPF built car. And it's tuned by Palm Beach Dyno, whereas mine's tuned by Lund Racing, both really good tuners. And he is on pump gas right now because he drove it back from San Antonio where he bought it. And now he's ready to switch to his E85 tune, which the car's already tuned for E85. He just needs to put some E85 in it. But if you are new to the channel, we only have one E85 station, and it's like not way outside of town, but probably 10 minutes outside of town. And we're gonna go test it because it has been known to test really low, which is why I'm running E90 on my car. But I told him I would go test it for him, and if it tests good, I'll get him like 20 gallons, and then he can just pay me back for it. So let's go test the E85 out. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, here is our E85 station. Honestly, pretty grateful to even have E85 in a small town like this. It just doesn't usually test the best. You know, you get your winter blends and things like that, but they have come out, I guess, and added some ethanol to it. I don't know how recent that was, but yeah, you pretty much just pull up, fill up here, and then you go pay inside. So I'm gonna test this first and make sure it's good, and then we'll load up with some E85 if it tests good. So this is the little test tube, little Holley test tube. So you fill up the bottom with water, and then you add E85 up to the top line, and then wherever it settles, that will tell you your percentage of ethanol content. So we're gonna go ahead and test this. All right, so we got our little test tube. It actually looked like it was testing pretty good. Even with like the correction factor, I think it's usually these test tubes are like 5 to 7% off. So even with that, I think it's actually testing like right at 85, if not right under that. So Branson is going to be good to go. Hopefully we can make some videos on his car. So now he's going to actually put some E85 in it, and now my car should be cooled off, plus Kennedy's in town, so we'll see if she wants to go for a ride in the Mustang and see if we can't make just a little bit more boost and get it to hook on the street. So I'll see you guys back at the house. So the Mustang is cooling down. We finally hit our target boost, which I'm not gonna say because Branson watches my videos, and you know I gotta grudge race Branson and grudge race Rigo, but it did hit the target boost. If you guys don't know, Coyotes don't take that much boost anyways. Like, they don't need a lot of boost for these turbo setups to make power. Same thing with the timing. They don't need a lot of timing in order to make the power. Like, I think we're only on 16 or 18 degrees of timing. It's super conservative compared to something like my Hellcat, which had like mid-20s timing. So Kennedy actually rode in it, but we only did, so we found a concrete patch on the highway which hooked up. I heated up the tires right before, I dropped the tire pressure, and it actually hooked up decently. It was still kind of hazing. You could feel it get a little squirrely, but it wasn't bad. But the thing is, when you're in 4th gear at 2,500 RPMs with a turbo that big, I mean, it takes forever to kick in. So she was like, you know, she thought it was laggy, but then once it hit real hard, but then we had to shift and let out because we are doing some logging, so.
Yes.
First thoughts on the car?
It scoots.
It scoots.
No, yeah.
It's just different. It's turbo car. It's different.
Yeah, it feels differently than the Hellcat,
yeah.
for sure. But the second time around, I felt it.
Yeah, so we did. I was kind of playing with the boost controller settings, trying to get to our target boost, which we did get to, and yeah. The first time it hit pretty good too. The second time it hit a little bit harder, and we were on concrete, so it hooked up. Like I said, if I would have shifted down to something like 2nd gear, it would have got pretty nasty, but you saw it happen in the other video. So I definitely need to get my 15s on there. I haven't ordered them yet. I do have tires, but I haven't ordered the wheels yet because I got some other stuff I'm trying to work on at the moment. But the car, I'm gonna send this log to Lund, and pretty much I think the car is done. He may change a few more things, but I think the tuning aspect is actually done, which I'm really excited about. And probably the first thing that I'll enter the car in is a roll race coming up at the local track, June 29th. It's a Saturday. And I'll be doing that first because I still have stock half shafts, stock drive shaft, and that stuff's gonna snap when I start doing dig stuff at the track. So luckily that's a roll race, plus we can kind of see what the car traps, because what you trap in the roll, because it is a 1/4 mile, that's actually about the same trap as if you were going from a dig. I know that doesn't make sense, but that is how it works. So that'll kind of give us an idea what I can expect mile per hour wise, and then we'll just have to work on the 60 foot and the 8th mile to get the ET down, whatever that may be. So make sure you follow Kennedy at Kennedy McCall on Instagram and Snapchat. Make sure you follow me at Bambi39, and we'll see you guys
on the next one.
What took you so long?